Peace, family. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Book of Gami. I'm your host, Farragami, and this is the Book of Gami, episode 45. And guess what? It's Friday, and I'm happy to be alive. Um, I'm going to do eventually, not really eventually, it's probably going to start like next week or the week after next. I'm going to do like financial Fridays. Ooh. Shout out to my homie Z for coming to my inbox and let me know that, what I'm saying, he would like to, for me to, what I'm saying, give out some financial advice over the things that I've been learning to help, what I'm saying, the people, because I understand it's hard out here. I'm not, what I'm saying, in a better financial position than a lot of people in the world. But I am in a better financial position than a lot of people in the world, and I do have information that I can share with you all. But I want to make sure that I give it out accurately and as concise as I can. So I don't want to just, what I'm saying, go off the cuff right now. But I do want to get into something that's, what I'm saying, really, really chill, really, really important to everybody. Well, really, really important to me. I hope that's important to you, and that's just being productive in a day. Now I'm not a quantity over quality person. I'm not even really a quality over quantity person. It be days where I feel like I ain't do shit. I'm talking about not shit. But when I go back into my mental index the next day, I be like, oh yeah, I did like rearrange my room so that today I can do the Book of Gamis. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to do something yesterday, but I didn't do it. But I did this. But because I did this, that led me to be able to do this, and that. You know what I'm saying? That's how you have to really look at. Well, also I encourage you to really look at your days, to really look at how what you're doing in this moment, in this day, affects you in the next. I don't care if you wrote 100 essays. If you wrote 100 essays, but all the essays was trash, you didn't do anything. Like you just spent a lot of energy doing something. You know what I'm saying? Um, I look at how, in totality, the steps I'm taking towards getting to where I want to be, instead of thinking of, alright, I have this huge checklist of things I have to do today, because if I don't do them today, the entire everything is gonna fall apart. Now, don't get me wrong, I definitely have a giant checklist of things I need to do every day, and if I don't do those things every day, the entire world is indeed going to fall apart. But you know how many days I have not done what I needed to do, and because I didn't do X, Y actually went by a lot smoother, which allowed me to get to Z. I don't personally believe that everything in life is scripted out from the beginning to the end. But how I view life, I already told y'all. I don't know, maybe I didn't explain to y'all how I view life as a side scrolling video game slash MMORPG. But I'll get to that in another video. But how I view life in the instance of, you're here, you make a decision. Similar to when you're reading those books back when you was in elementary school and it was like, Timmy has arrived to the cave. Does Timmy go inside the cave? Flip to page 55. Does Timmy go around the cave? Flip to page 14. And then when you flip to page 55, Timmy goes inside the cave and he dies because he gets eaten by a saber-toothed tiger. So then you just flip to page 14 and be like, I ain't going inside the cave. That's how life is. Like, I feel like when you get to a point, you make the decision what you're gonna do, and then when you do that, you come over here. or you go over there. Now, if you were here and you're supposed to get here, just because you make a decision and you go over here doesn't mean that you can't get back here. It just means that, you're doing a little bit more work. Same thing, you can go all the way off screen, you know what I'm saying? But you can still work your way back by making the right decisions to get back. But you might not get back to the center before you pass. If you think of, this is birth and then this is death, you know what I'm saying? You start off and you might work your way off screen and you may continue, to work back. But you may like you might only get like here, you know what I'm saying, before you die. Like you might not get to the middle. You know what I'm saying? You might only make it back over here. I feel like life is about a series of choices that you as a person make, and just because you're here and your purpose is to create the cure for cancer, that doesn't mean that you can go get addicted to heroin and you're still gonna cure the cancer. Like, nah, bro, you went way too far off the screen. Now, if you got addicted to heroin for like a year and you fought your way back and you're fighting your way back, you might not make it back to being the person that cures cancer, but your fight back and your ascent up, you may like change your entire course and end up somewhere else as the person who has helped cure the heroin epidemic because you became such a light and a beacon. Like, that's how I view life as. Like, you still have ends, a billion different ends. You might not make it to end 1A, but you make it to end, 356F. That's still pretty lit. But you have to work your way back. You have to put the work in. You have to do what you have to do to get to where you can be, as close back to your goal. I feel like every person on here has something in their mind that is driving them to do. That's your mission. The thing that you wake up in the morning and you're like, I want to open up a beauty salon. Do that. That's what you're here to do. All of your actions you make today need to be setting up for you to do that. Oh, I want to open up a yoga studio. Every action you take today has to be setting up for you to do that. Oh, I want to be a television producer. Every action you do today they have to set up to that. That is your mission. I don't got that mission. Like, I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be an astronaut. I would like to go to space, but for you who want to be an astronaut, bro, like, that's your fucking mission, bro. Like, that's what you are here to do. You have to make sure that you are making the choices necessary to get to where you want to be. And that's it. That's all I got to say today, man. Life is a series of choices. You just have to make sure that the choices that you make are ones that you feel comfortable with. So at the end of the day, you may not have done a billion things like this guy over here, but every single thing that you did, every choice that you made was to get you to where you want to be. You just got to continue to do those things. Make choices and do things that get you to where you want to be. It may be one thing today, and that one choice you make today can lead up to you having to make 100 choices tomorrow, and you doing 100 things tomorrow. And because you do those 100 things tomorrow, that may mean you get to take a break for 3 years and never have to do a thing again. That's just how life is. But you have to feel comfortable with yourself about, alright, I did what I wanted to do. I did everything that I needed to do today to get to where I wanted to be. I may not have done everything that I wanted to do, but I did the things that I needed to do. And as long as you got that thought process, you can't lose. And as long as you remember that if no one else told you, I love you, you know somebody out here loves you. You can hit me up at any point in time. Facebook me, Farragami Walker. Instagram me at Farragami. Hit me on Twitter, Farragami. Hit me on, subscribe to me on YouTube, Young Gami. I'm out here, man. I love you. I want you to be the best you that you can possibly be. Until I see you again tomorrow, have an amazing day.